Karishma, is my screen visible?
Yeah.
So hi everyone, and a very warm welcome to this free introductory session of the Healthy Kids Cooking course. My name is Shweta Gupta. I'm going to be hosting today's session. Before we proceed into the session, I'd like to take you through some important pointers to ensure smooth flow of the session. I'd request you all to keep your microphones on mute and your mobile phones also on silent to ensure there is no disturbance. And for any communication, we will use the chat box. However, initially in the beginning, we'll have the chat box disabled. And it is towards the end of the session, we have space for Q&A. That's when we'll enable the chat option and you can share your queries or any doubts that you may have in the chat box at the end of the session. And request you to stick to the topic for any questions that you may have. Do take notes, which may be helpful for future reference. So I believe most of you in this session would be aware of Wellcure, but I'll take a minute to talk to you about Wellcure. So Wellcure is a natural healing platform. And on our platform, there are various sections. We have a collection of body wisdom articles. These are all articles related to natural living and natural health. There is a robust recipe section. It's a collection of about 1,000 odd recipes, which are all oil-free, dairy-free, and healthy recipes. We have health journeys. These are stories of people who heal themselves using the natural healing mechanism. There is a Q&A section where you can post your health related queries and you will get a response from the Nature Cure experts. There are there is this event section where we keep posting about the new events, the live sessions that we organize on different topics related to natural healing, and of course the online courses, just like the Healthy Kids e-learning course. There's a collection of different e-learning courses on our platform. You can download our app from Google Play or App Store. So now it's an honor to introduce the program expert of the Healthy Kids course, Ms. Sai Bapat, to you. So she is an expert yoga instructor. She's qualified plant-based nutritionist, and she herself has been following a clean eating lifestyle, lifestyle synced to nature for about 8 years along with her family, and of course has seen a lot of health benefits. She's very passionate about sharing her experiences and her knowledge about natural living and natural health. She conducts frequent yoga classes as well as clean eating workshops for kids as well as for adults. Being a mother of two, she's I think the best person to curate a course like this for healthy eating habits for our children. And I'm sure today's session is going to be very insightful with Sai making a presentation on healthy eating for kids. So this is going to be the flow of the session today. We'll have a presentation by Sai on how to make kids food healthy, common challenges that we face as parents, and simple rules for healthy eating. After this, we will have a course recipe demo. So the Lebanese Falafel Sticks is one of the recipes included in the Healthy Kids course, which we are going to be demonstrating for you today. And of course, then we will share the details of the e-learning course, post which the forum will be open to your questions that you may have. So that's about it. I'll now hand over the session to Sai. A very warm welcome, Sai. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Shweta, for that introduction. And welcome everyone for today's session. So I'm going to go in this sequence. First, why is the need for our kids to eat healthy? I know all of us already know it, but I just want to stress the importance. What is exactly healthy eating? And because there is a lot of confusing information available everywhere about what is real healthy food. So we will understand that in detail, and then how can we achieve it, and how this course is going to help you make that transition to healthy eating for the kids. Next. Can you go to the next slide, Shweta? Next, just click next. Okay, so yes. So why is the need? See, today we know that we have this exceptional time where we are going through pandemic, and the focus is on increasing the immunity not only for kids but for all of us, right? So it is extremely important what we are serving our kids, and also for us. What your kids are going to eat today for dinner, tomorrow for breakfast, is really going to translate into their health, because whatever inputs we give to our body gives the results, right? So that's why we have to be very, very vigilant and very, very mindful about what we are serving to our kids. Next. Okay, now there is a lot of confusion when we say it is healthy food, and especially for children. There are so many superfoods available, so many supplements available, so much of unnecessary importance is given to one particular micronutrient, this vitamin, that vitamin, protein and calcium, and how can I, include everything in my child's diet so that the growth is optimum and all that. So that's why there is a need to understand what is real health and what is real healthy food. Next. And especially during this time, parents are asking, everyone is going through this challenge, that what to give our kids all the time, because it looks like they are hungry all the time because they are at home and they are in this online medium of school. So they are getting stressed, and that's why they feel hungry all the time. Okay. So is snacking okay? What should I serve? What to avoid so that there won't be any long-term side effects? Sometimes, some or the other time, the schools are going to reopen, right? And then what will happen if our kids are gaining weight by sitting at home, if their immunity is going down, if they are choosing junk food over health food because of this pandemic and the current situation. So there is a need for us to understand what is that correct balance and how to achieve that. Next. So basically, to meet what to consume, I'm just going to give you a quick overview. So basically, what we are trying to consume for kids and for us is called as whole foods plant-based diet. That means all the fruits, all the vegetables, all the grains, nuts and seeds and legumes and dals that we get from the plant sources in the whole form. See, whole form is very, very important. So we are going to stay away from all the refined products like maida and all the processed products like tomato ketchup and jam and whatever we get from outside. We are trying to get everything, all the nutrients from the whole sources of plant-based products. Next. Yeah, next. Okay, so basically we are going to stay away from these processed food. Basically 5 categories: refined sugar, refined salt, refined grains like rice and all other grains also, refined flours, and also animal products. So animal products means dairy, which consists everything in that, and then meat, and then even eggs, because nutritionally you will understand as you go through this course, we don't need animal products for fulfilling our nutritional requirements. We can very well get everything from plant-based products. And why to go to plant-based products? Because they are easy on gut, they are easy to digest, and they don't have any harmful side effects. So you will learn everything about it in detail, about all these 5 things. Why not sugar? Why not dairy? Why not oil? In detail in the course. Next. Yes. So, do you think, but what happens is many, can you go to the last slide? So if you are facing, if you have kids who are fussy eaters, okay, they don't like to eat these natural foods. They don't like to eat fruits and vegetables in the natural form, whereas their taste buds have already modified and they're already addicted to junk food. Then what to do? And this is the challenge faced by each one of us nowadays, and there is so much of peer pressure, so much of advertisement about these junk foods under different names, that it's really a challenge to and make our kids understand the real taste of natural foods. And that's what we are going to learn. Next. Okay, so just click next. So till we get all the content on this. Okay, so how to, yes. So first step, see, if you are already stocking some of this junk and processed food in your kitchen pantry, and then if you expect your children to stay away from them and eat healthy food, it's not going to happen. Okay, it's not that easy. Out of sight, out of mind. So we have to take that hard step of removing these junk products first from the kitchen pantry, and only removing is not going to help. We have to replace it with equally tasty food items, but which are made from cleaner ingredients and using cleaner cooking methods. So basically, the taste buds, as we expose them to more and more processed food, basically whatever we get from outside, no, chips, biscuits, namkeen, ice creams, burger, pizza, all that has extra proportion of sugar, salt, and oil, and they have come up with that perfect combination which is addictive. So you can't stop after having that one chip or one biscuit. So it is very difficult if your child is having that food item in the front, then telling him don't eat it and eat this healthy food. It's not going to work. So remove is the first step. Next. And the second step, yeah, maybe just click one more time. Yes. And step 2 is replace. Okay. So we are going to learn not only removing, but how to replace it with food with correct ingredients and correct cooking methods. So as I told you, all the recipes which are covered in this program are there is no sugar used, no oil used, no refined flours used. Everything is natural and minimally processed, right? So once you learn all these things, suppose your child is craving for pizza, burger, we can't deprive them of all these food items. But if you learn the recipe to make same pizza, same burger, same French fries without using all these harmful, dangerous products, food items, then they will easily switch to it. At least in my case, with my experience, I can tell you that few weeks it takes, but only thing is you have to take those extra efforts of learning these recipes and making it for them initially. Once their taste buds get used to these taste of natural and wholesome food, then it becomes very easy. Next. Okay, so I'm just going to share some tips. Yes, you can complete this table, Shweta. Yeah. Okay, so basically it can't be done in isolation. So it's not like you are going to make everything for your child and then you are going to serve it and then they are going to eat it. It is not that easy. See, we have to build positive image about fruits and vegetables in our kids' mind. They should not get repelled when you bring some fruits and vegetables. Generally, I have seen that as parents, we try to tell them a lot of benefits. Eat this has calcium, this has protein, this has vitamin D or something like that. And then our kids really start repelling that particular food, right? So instead of talking about it, let them be part of that whole process, starting from shopping of fruits and vegetables. You can take them to farmers markets or malls, whatever is easy for you, and let them choose the fruits and vegetables and other products, ingredients that they want to eat. Let them make timetable. Monday I'm going to eat banana, Tuesday I'm going to eat apple, Wednesday I'm going to eat pineapple. Give them all the freedom. Let them choose their own fruits. Many times you will be surprised that they will choose the fruits and vegetables which you don't like. So we should not force our views on them. Let them give them the freedom. And then even making salads, making smoothies. Generally, the kids who are in the age group of 6+, they really enjoy this. And based on the age group, you can decide how much and how to involve your kids in cooking. So my kids are 13 and 10 now. They are independent. Whenever they feel like eating muffins, cupcakes, bread, they just go and make it themselves. So slowly you have to train your kids to make their own food which they like to eat. See, regular food you can make for everyone, dal, rice, chapati, sabzi. But sometimes if they crave for something which is junk, then if you have taught them the recipe, give them the ingredients, they can do it themselves. Next. Yes, and this is the most important tip if you can ask me. Nothing can match that they are watching you. They are watching us all the time 24/7. So if they see that the parents are eating fruits and vegetables and natural food items 24/7, there is no way our kids will resist. So make this into a family activity. Maybe Saturday evening, just get all possible fruits on the table, make nice arrangements together and eat it, right? So unless you start eating everything, your kids are not going to eat it as a lifestyle change. So we all have to come together to bring this change. Next. So there are so many different utensils, apparatus available in the market. You can invest in some. See, generally the young kids, they like this bright color cutlery. So, or smoothie bowls, okay, or salad bowls, or colorful plates. Then there are some very nice spiralizers where you can make noodles with these fruits and vegetables, right? Or different shapes of these vegetables. There is sharpeners, so carrot can be sharpened to get whatever shape. And this can be, if you have younger kids 3+, they will really enjoy this activity of making a nice whatever. You can tell them to first draw something and then replicate it using fruits and vegetables. And believe me, when you do that, when you involve your kids, 99% of the time they are going to eat whatever they make. Be it a smoothie, be it a salad, be it some arrangement with fruits and vegetables. If they are involved in it, if they are feeling the texture, they are smelling it and they are enjoying it, they are going to finish it. Next. So now I have some simple rules. These rules you can teach to the kids. They are very easy to understand and easy to follow. So if all of us decide that, we have this like a list, we can always keep it with us and then follow it. So rule number 1, what is the rule number 1? If it came, the food, if it is coming from plant, eat it. If it was made in plant, not. Right? So coming from plant means fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, legumes. But if it is made in factory, biscuits, chips, and everything, we cannot eat it. Sorry. Okay. So next, this is rule number 1. Rule number 2. See, we really have to teach them how to read the ingredients. And if the food item has more than 5 ingredients, which a 10-year-old cannot pronounce, you will be surprised yourself if you go through these ingredients like this maize, E621, E635, flavor enhancers, and so many emulsifiers, right? Antioxidants. We don't need all these chemicals. These are not actually real foods, but these are food-like substances. So we have to teach our children how to read the ingredient list and then how to go on filtering them out or removing them. We cannot choose something which has so many ingredients and which is full of chemicals. Next. Avoid foods that have some form of sugar. There are 64 different names of sugar. With that name, they add it in the ingredient list. So sometimes even we don't understand that this is sugar. There is corn syrup and liquid glucose and so many different golden syrup, so many different names which are actually refined sugars and which is very bad for our children as well as for our health. So if the sugar is listed as first 3 ingredients, that means the quantity of sugar is so high that we cannot choose that particular food. Next. Yeah, so I was telling there are different names of sugars. Avoid foods you see advertised on television. And this is a very good rule, because then most of the junk foods that they want to eat, they will go out of the list. Generally, whatever is advertised is junk because it is produced in factory in large quantity and no nutrition is left in it. Fortunately, till now, they are not advertising fruits and vegetables in the natural form. If that also starts to happen, then we have to see what is the source of those fruits and vegetables, right? Next. Eat only foods. Yeah, rule number 5. Eat only foods that will eventually rot. See, we are going to discuss in detail in the course the importance of consuming live food. Live food means food which has fiber, water, and nutrients, right? Only when it has the live enzymes and live ingredients, it can be digested easily and the nutrients can be absorbed easily by the body. The more and more they get processed. If you see this biscuit, this chocolate biscuit, is there any life left in it? There is no way that our body knows how to digest this processed food like substance. Whereas if you take apple, our body knows that there are all the enzymes present to digest it and absorb the nutrients. So this is rule number 5. And next, I think this is the next is the last rule. Yes. So see, even if you decide and you remove all the junk, still your kids are going to ask for it, right? So you have to actually sit together and negotiate a strategy. Maybe something like this: no snacks, no seconds, no sweets, except on days that begin with the letter S. That means Saturday and Sunday. So you come up with whatever strategy works for your children after taking their consent, and they should agree to it. So what you can do is remove everything, keep it in big bag and keep it aside. And on Sunday evening, bring out that bag and each person gets to choose one item and they can enjoy that junk food or something like that. But we can control it, but not deprive them of small pleasures for some time till their taste buds get developed and they start to enjoy the whole food plant-based recipes more than the junk food that they get from outside. Next. So in this kids program, basically we have 5 categories. All this is covered. Okay, there is a food for fun, the recipe part of it. There is food concepts also covered in detail, as I was telling you, some golden rules for kids eating, why not dairy, why not sugar, everything is covered. Then we have one category, food for fun, where all the junk food that you can think of, milkshake, ice cream, biscuits, cake, pizza, burger, French fries, everything, all the recipes are covered in that section. Easy lunch ideas. Here also you get different sandwich fillings for sandwiches and wraps. Then there is falafel and there are so many other easy to make lunchbox ideas. See, now kids may not be going to school. So what you can do is you can make all the different elements in that recipe and keep it. And whenever kids get hungry, they can just make their own wrap, they can make their own sandwich, they can make their own burrito bowl and add whatever ingredients they want. And kids really like making food themselves, right? So many such interesting recipes are covered. Meeting nutritional needs. So in this section, even though we don't believe in counting single nutrients, but still we have included some calcium rich recipes, protein rich recipes, vitamin rich recipes in the program. Then exciting fruits and veggies. Yes, so when it comes to fruits, kids find it easy to consume, but when it comes to consuming vegetables in the raw form, it is a little bit of a challenge. So we have included many recipes, you know, zucchini noodles, pasta, and some juices and some milkshakes, of course without milk and without sugar, but it is very tasty in exciting fruits and vegetable recipe section. And then there are some basic recipes. Many of you may be new to this plant-based diet concept. So we have covered everything from basic, how to make plant-based milk, how to make tahini paste, how to make hummus, and all these small recipes are covered. How to make date paste, which is a replacement for sugar, replacement of dairy, replacement of refined products. So this is how the recipes are covered in this course. Next. And you can play around with these recipes to come up with your own menu for a party also, right? So for example, if you want to plan for a birthday, then there is a walnut coffee cake with icing, nice icing of ganache chocolate. Then falafel sticks, burger, sweet potato on fries, chocolate milkshake. You can make this menu for birthday. Or there is summer special, Italian treat, do-it-yourself recipes for kids, where I told you about sandwiches and burrito bowls and wraps, right? And then there are some ready-to-eat snacks. When kids are at home all the time, if they are getting hungry between meals, then you should have some healthy snacks, right? Then that is the time where kids generally ask a lot of junk food. So we have recipes like protein balls, rajgira chikki, jawar cookies, and even chatpata peanuts. So that's how you can play around with all the recipes which are provided. Now we are going to see one recipe, which is falafel sticks. So you will get idea how the recipes are in the program. So we'll just watch this recipe and then go to the next section. Hummus Falafel Veggie Wrap. Falafel is a Middle Eastern fried snack made with chickpeas, herbs, and spices. We are not going to fry falafel.
I hope the video looks okay.
Videos is okay. People, if you are unable to hear or if it is low, just keep your computer volume to max and maybe use headphones if the volume is less. Otherwise, it's okay, Shweta. Continue.
Okay, I'll play it then.
Yeah. We are going to air fry to bake falafel. And we are going to Shweta, I can't hear. Do you want to check once with people if they can hear? I'm unable to hear the.
Yeah, it's not audible.
I think then Sai, I'll stop sharing my screen. Can you play the video?
Sure. Yeah, I'm 1 minute. I'm just sharing my screen. Share sound. We are going to make hummus falafel veggie wrap. Is it audible now?
Yes, Sai.
Okay. Falafel is a Middle Eastern fried snack made with chickpeas, herbs, and spices. We are not going to fry falafel, we are going to use air fryer to bake falafels. And we are going to soaked chickpeas, not cooked, chopped dill leaves, chopped coriander, let's add some chopped garlic, chopped chilies, green chilies, as per the spiciness you need, jeera powder, dhania powder, and pepper. Let's add some salt. We are not going to blend it smooth, but we are going to just crush it a little
water so it mixes well. In the end, I am going to add chopped onion. And the falafel mix is ready. I am going to roll it into patties. We are going to bake these patties in the air fryer. So air fryer settings and OTG settings are the same. We are going to keep temperature at 170 degrees and we are going to roast it for almost 25 to 30 minutes. In between, you can just open and check if they are not getting burnt. And you may have to flip them after 15 minutes. So I am going to transfer these patties. And keep it at 170 degrees 30 minutes. Falafel, crispy falafel is ready. So these falafel, we can use it. These falafel we can enjoy with any chutney or tomato ketchup. You can also make a sandwich with falafel and hummus. We are going to make a wrap with whole wheat roti. So take roti and add some hummus. Spread it on roti. And now we will place falafels and we are going to add lots of vegetables. Carrots, tomatoes, onion, lettuce, and we are going to drizzle some tahini. And roll it. And your falafel wrap is ready.
Yeah.
So it was indeed a very appetizing recipe, Sai. So this was one of the recipes which is actually a part of the Healthy Kids cooking course. And of course, besides the interesting recipe, this kind of gives you a view of how the recipe videos will look like in the course. For all the recipe sections that Sai shared with you, we'll be sharing more details about what are the different recipes shared in the course. Sai, will you be able to play the other video also?
Okay. I will have to download. Just give me 1 minute.
Okay, so let me just share my screen in the meantime. I will share the recipe names and all. and towards the end, if required, we can share that with you.
Sure. Yeah, I have downloaded if you want.
Okay, let me just maybe talk about the course, then we'll give them a
Sure.
preview of the course. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah, we can't see. It's just a blank screen with some.
Because that's for the video. I'm just switching over the screen.
Yeah.
Is it visible now?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, so like we were talking about this Healthy Kids e-learning course. This I would like to share the details of what all is included in this course. So this course has a 50 odd recipes. There are some recipes which are in shared as videos, and there are some other recipes which are only text recipes. Just give me a minute. Let me just, I think my slides have moved ahead. Let me just go back. Just give me a minute, Sai.
Sure. Okay, the chat window is open. If you have any to ask, you can start typing it. And in the meanwhile, I can answer them in the chat box till Shweta comes back.
So, Sai, you want me to read questions for you?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so someone is asking, can we use oven in the place of air fryer in recipes?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so all those who have joined late or who have missed some part of the session, you will get recording of this session in the WhatsApp group. I'll also share the joining link of the WhatsApp for all those who are not in the WhatsApp group yet. I'll share that as well. Next question is, what can be substituted for onions?
Ashita, why do you want to substitute onions? I didn't understand. If you don't consume onion, just skip it. You don't have to substitute onion because it is a plant-based food. So we don't recommend not eating onion and garlic. But if you have any other reason, just skip it. Is oil not necessary for fat? Of course, oil is needed. So Abha, you will understand when you go through the recipes that we are using oil, we are using fat, but with fiber. We don't believe in using refined oils where you are just focusing on the fat and where everything else is removed. So the recipes use coconut, peanut, sesame seeds, everything, which is a very good source of fat. Okay, so we are not removing fat from the diet.
So Sai, Can I talk about the course details and then we'll...
Sure. Yeah.
So basically, like I was talking to you about this healthy kids cooking course, which is an e-learning course. It's an online course, which means that there is no fixed schedule to start or stop the course. Once you enroll for the course, you will have access to the course for a whole year. So you can access the course anytime, anywhere, on your laptop or on your mobile. And it's a very easy to follow format. There are recipe videos, there are text recipes as well, there are downloads as well. Plus, what is even more important is that you have Q&A support from Sai. So if you have queries related to the recipes, Sai will be there to answer those queries. So these are the recipes which are included in the course. These are only the video recipes. Overall, there are about 50 recipes in these various sections: food for fun, lunchbox recipes, exciting fruits and veggies, and meeting nutritional needs. These are the video recipes. And the video is like the one you saw of the falafel sticks. So I'll have the slide on for some time. You can take a look at the list of recipes. We'll also be sharing the course syllabus in the WhatsApp group and in the chat box. And so all these recipe names are listed in that also. So 50 plus easy and kids friendly recipes, video plus text recipes. As you saw, these are stepwise videos with the clear instructions. And all the recipes have been compiled as a recipe ebook as well, which can be downloaded from the e-learning platform. And what is important about this course is that it's not just a compilation of some recipe videos. It has videos again done by Sai herself, where she's talking about the healthy eating concepts. So the nitty gritties, the confusions that we commonly have, why not dairy, what kind of, how do we take fats, where do we get calcium from? So all such concepts, there are videos on these concepts that are included in the course, plus of course some tips and tricks to get your kids to eat healthy. So this is in a nutshell what the course is all about. If you like to take a look at the recipes once again. Yeah, so now for today, for the participants of this group, there's a special offer that I'd like to talk about. So the Healthy Kids Cooking course, which is an e-learning course, is normally priced at 999, but we are offering a special 25% off. And so you pay 749 instead of 999 if you pay for this course now. And there are additional takeaways. There's a Healthy Kids recipe ebook plus the juices and smoothies recipe ebook, which gets included. So you for the payment of rupees 749, you get these two ebooks as well as access to the course, the Healthy Kids Cooking course on our e-learning platform. We'll try to have you view the preview of how the course looks like and how you can access the course on our e-learning app. There's this video we have created for that. We'll play that video. For those of you who would like to enroll yourself for this course, the details are on your screen. And the 25% off offer is valid only till Friday midnight. So, and at the checkout page, you can use this code CLEAN25 to get this offer and pay 749 for the course. And all these details we'll be sharing on the WhatsApp group as well. So Sai, will you be able to play the video now?
Yeah, sure. You can stop sharing.
Yeah. After which we will take a Q&A. I'll have the slide on and you can answer queries then.
Sure. Yes. Now, Karishma, you would like to ask the question. No, what is next, Shweta? We'll go for Q&A.
Yes, yes. So we have this slide on while we
Yeah.
take the Q&A. So people, if whoever wants to enroll can use these details simultaneously. We can take up the Q&A.
Sure. So, Karishma, you will ask me the questions or I can scroll and read. You tell me.
It works both ways for me, however you feel comfortable.
Sure. Let me try to read the questions. Oven convection mode, right? Sanjana is asking. So, Sanjana, if you are using microwave oven, then yes, convection mode. But we don't recommend, generally microwaves are not, it's not a good idea to use microwave in non-convection mode. So convection mode, it's perfectly fine. Is oil not necessary? I answered. Can we use cabbage? Yes, you can use cabbage. I will not give packed food to my kid, but what to do when others are eating and he demands it too? Yes, Gonika. So as much as possible, we try to be ready with all such occasions. So if you know that you are going to meet someone who is going to eat junk food, then there are many strategies you can adopt to. You can make favorite food for your child and pack it with him so that he will eat that, and the amount of junk food he is eating from others will reduce. Right? So all these things will have to work. We cannot completely 100% keep them away if you are mixing with other kids who are eating junk food. But as much as possible, we try to reduce the number of instances and the frequency and the amount of junk food your child eats. What we can give kids as a substitute for Maggi. So Suman, we have one zucchini pasta recipe. You can use any, you can buy these ragi noodles, millet noodles. Nowadays you get all these noodles and make your own sauce for pasta at home using cashew cheese, using pumpkin sauce, and you won't believe that kids will not know that this particular pasta has pumpkin. We have the recipe. So you can use, you can make all these tomato ketchup at home, cashew mayonnaise at home, and make pasta at home and give. That is excellent substitute for Maggi. And just don't bring Maggi at home for many days so that the de-addiction happens. How to deal with fussy eaters. My son is 3 years old but doesn't try anything new. We try everything with him, but he simply refuses. Give it some more time, Pooja. Give him new food when he's super hungry. See, when they are not hungry and when you try to give them something different and new, then they will, of course, resist. But when he is so hungry that he's ready to eat anything under the sun, that happens if you wait. Many times, parents go running behind kids to eat because they feel it's 4 o'clock, he should eat, it's 8 o'clock, he should eat. We should stop doing that. Wait till your child comes back to you with hunger. And when that happens, he will eat whatever you give, if it is tasty and if it is appealing to the eyes. So don't give up. This is the correct age to try. There are phases, for some weeks or months, your child will refuse. But some other day, if you continue your efforts, he will happily start eating. So just be a little more patient and work on it. It will happen. Please share. Okay. Please share the slide of different sugar names. Shweta, can we do it now or we will do it as a part of recording?
So we can do it now. I'll just go back to the slide. You can take up more questions.
Yeah. So Kinjal, we will show that slide now. How many days the course is? So Rekha, I think it is for 1 year validity. So it's not a fixed course like, every day you have to go and learn. At your own time, whenever you are free, you can go and access the course and recipes. Is there something like age-wise recipes, different recipes for toddlers? No, Tanushri. In fact, these recipes are for everyone. Even toddlers can consume, even adults can consume, and everybody is going to enjoy. So there is no need to have any age-wise recipe here because we are not using any foods which are dangerous or risky or not unsafe for kids or toddlers here. All the ingredients are safe, whole, and minimally processed. So there is no separate recipe section age-wise. Is it advisable to give handy fruit juices by real? No, Suryansh. Not at all, because those juices, you are removing the fiber. The whole idea of eating fruit is to get benefits of the cover and the fiber in it and not only the juice part of it. So we don't recommend that. Best is get into the habit of eating fruits and not juices. Sometimes, as an exception, you can make fruit juices at home, but again, don't remove the fiber. As much as possible, make smoothie. So smoothie is where fiber is intact. So do that. Only, very exceptional cases like you are traveling and there is no other way, you are not getting any fruits. In that case, it's okay. But otherwise, these fruits have a lot of sugar, even real 100%, the fiber is removed. So the whole idea of eating fruit is, and when it is stored, we don't know for how long. So the micronutrients are also lost in that. Yes, homemade juice, Ashita, is fine without removing the fiber as much as possible. Does using an OTG destroy nutrients as opposed to steaming, etc.? Aishwarya, if we are using OTG at higher temperatures, more than 180 degrees and more than 10 minutes, then yes, it is also a form of processing. Any processing that you do is going to lose the nutrients, right? So what we generally, if you see the recipes, or what we generally recommend is first steam and then keep it in OTG for small time, for small duration and less temperature. Without steaming, if you keep it, then to get that desired effect and cooking, you may have to keep it for longer duration and at high temperatures, which is going to reduce the nutrition. Okay, so I think I have covered. No, there are more questions. Can we use coconut and date sugar? Sanjana, you can use coconut or date sugar occasionally. Like, don't go and replace your regular sugar and jaggery with coconut sugar and dates. First is it is very costly, extremely costly, and still it is a processed food. So instead of that, if you can use date paste, if you can use coconut, if you can use raisins, if the sweet cravings can be, you can give sweet fruits, then that is going to help us build a long-term habit of consuming natural sugars. So for some time, it's okay. Occasionally, you can use coconut and date sugar. Which form of sugar should be used? I use good in many. Suresh, good is good. Okay, so jaggery is okay, but make sure that it is black color, organic jaggery, not the yellow color jaggery, which is bleached. Okay, so organic jaggery is a good transition food from sugar to natural alternatives. But understand that if you are using, say, 1 kg of sugar, and don't replace it with 1 kg of jaggery, that's not the idea. Then you are coming out of sugar addiction and getting addicted to. So that extreme kick of sugar is not needed for us to feel satisfied with that sweet taste. So keep using dates, keep using raisins, and then also keep using jaggery as an occasionally. So once a week, make jaggery sweet with jaggery. Other times, date balls. You don't need any jaggery in it. Only dates are more than enough. Right? So slowly, all of you, if you start eating like that with the kids, they will not ask for that extra sweetness. Shall we preserve in fridge? Like something I didn't get. Okay, the earlier question, does coconut milk split when heated? Yes, Tanushri, it does. So you cannot heat it up. You can double boil, you can warm it, but don't heat it up. Difference between shakkar and bura. I don't know. What is bura, Shweta? I don't know. You have to explain it to me. Are they better substitute of sugar? I am not aware. Khandasari, yeah, if it is less processed, then yes, but still we should go for jaggery and then the natural alternatives, not any form of sugar. That will be better. Yes, so then Likhita is saying bura is something like sugar only. If it is white in color, if it is bleached, then it is already processed. Any options of microwave? Because I don't have it. Please don't buy microwave. If you have it, replace it with OTG if possible. Okay, so don't go for microwave. OTG, any brand, Morphe Richards, Bajaj, Sunflame, any brand, and OTG is much, it is cheaper than microwave. For 3,000-4,000 rupees, you will get nice OTG. You can make cookies, cupcakes, French fries, everything in that. Okay, Sejal is saying bura is castor sugar, highly processed. then please stay away from it. What healthy can be given to 3 years when they have bad stomach or stomach pain, especially if it is fussy eater? We'll have to see, Lalita. I can't just give any generic solution here because I'll have to see what is the root cause of that stomach upset. Because if a particular thing is causing stomach upset, and if I tell you right now, give it to them, it's not going to work. But as a thumb rule, try to give him something liquid, freshly made juice or fresh soup or something like that. Stay away from dairy. If the child is consuming dairy, it is very difficult to digest dairy, right? Don't give directly a lot of cooked food to him. Instead of that, start, keep him on something which is liquid, so which is easier on the stomach till the complete detox process is completed. Then you can introduce little solid food, semi-solid food, and then bland khichdi or something like that. Again, these are very generic suggestions. So I would recommend first we have to analyze the situation, why it is happening, what are his eating habits, how is the digestion, and then it's better to decide. But generically, whatever I told, that can be followed. People in ancient times always talked about pura, which they used to consume as a sweet dish with ghee in it. Yes, Suryansh, now we have, everything has changed. We are in different era. Long ancient times, many people used to consume dairy, not ancient times, our parents and our grandparents. But now we are realizing that in the current times, it's not a good idea. It is not clean and all that, right? So we have to change with time. Everything that is ancient, we can't follow in the current era because of various reasons. So we have to understand that now what is the condition, now what is the situation, what is sustainable, not for us also, the whole ecological balance and all those things we have to take into consideration. But I feel that if it is a refined form of sugar, then we have to stay away from it. If we have to remove dairy, what's the substitute for curd? So Simran, we have given lots of recipes. Actually, everything that comes under dairy can be made with plant-based substitutes. It's not like you are staying away from your milk, curd, cheese, paneer. You are just replacing it with plant-based alternatives. So milk, there are so many ways to make milk, right? Coconut milk, almond milk, cashew milk, brown rice milk, flaxseed milk, chia seed milk, oats milk, and so many other things. Peanut curd, coconut curd, and they are simple recipes. They are not difficult. Okay, and yeah, so I answered your question. Can you share the list of recipes which are included in the program? Shweta, can you?
Yeah, so the course syllabus has been shared on the WhatsApp group. It has all the details, category-wise recipes are listed in the syllabus. So you can download the syllabus from the WhatsApp group.
Shweta, there is a question. After 365 days, shall we be able to see your recipe videos?
So you have access to the course for 1 year, and after which recipe videos will not be available. But of course, you can download the recipe ebook for future reference. And generally, I think 1 year is a good enough time to be able to make the best of these videos. Most we have not really faced any such concerns from the previous users.
Healthy mayonnaise can be made. Yes, we have a recipe of cashew mayonnaise. Okay, so looks like there are no more questions.
All right. So I think it was, there were today a lot of questions related to sugar, and there are a couple of blogs that we have on Wellcure related to sugar. I have shared one of them in the WhatsApp group. We'll share one or two more links just for additional read in the WhatsApp group only. So for now, I think we are good to conclude the session. Thank you, Sai, for this insightful session, like always, and for, of course, taking up all the queries. I'm sure, the participants have got a view of what the course looks like and how it is going to be beneficial for them and for the children and for the entire family as for that matter. And for those of you who would like to enroll for the course, the details are in front of you and shared on the WhatsApp group as well. For any queries that you may have, please feel free to reach out to us on the WhatsApp group. So with this, we'll conclude today's session. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you, Sai,
Thank you.
for being available for the session today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.